What's up, Busters? I've got a good one for you today, my man. I bought this Citizen Weekender Garrison field watch back in July of 2024, and it's been a good watch for me, but the one big downside of it has been this nylon strap. I think it looks okay with certain outfits, but it doesn't go with most of my outfits. It's stiff, uncomfortable, and the holes are spaced too far apart. So I did swap this green nylon strap out for a NATO strap last year, but it never quite felt right, so I've barely worn this watch at all the last 6 months or so. To get some wrist time back on this watch, I've gone ahead and bought this leather strap off Amazon. I got it on Prime Day for just over 18 bucks, and I bought this one in particular because it looked a little less fake than some of the other supposedly leather watch straps that they were selling in the same price range. I also like the look of the folding clasp, and I've grown to enjoy the utility of the folding clasp on my Oceanus S100. Alright, let's check out the strap. This company calls themselves Getalia or Getalia. I'm not quite sure, but let me know in the comments if you know how to say it, because I couldn't find much about these busters online. But anyway, going off the Amazon description, this is the 18mm retro oil wax genuine leather watch strap with quick release fold over clasp in the color brown. They do offer a few other colors like black, blue, red, and coffee, but I wanted to start simple and I thought a classic brown would pair well with my belts and the Citizen Weekender itself. So let's get this new greasy old leather watch strap on that Citizen, and while I'm doing that, I'll talk about my first impressions and a few more details on the strap, dude. On first glance, I'm actually really impressed with the quality of the leather. It feels genuine and it looks really nice. According to the card that Getalia stuck in the box, they do use genuine Italian leather from tanneries in Italy and Chicago, and then they send that tan leather to China to process into finished watch straps. It does strike me as odd or maybe even questionable to insinuate that the raw hides would be sent from Italy all the way to Chicago to then send back to China to then send to the United States for sale. But I don't know the ins and outs of the Italian leather game, so let me know if I'm missing something. But anyway, the leather looks and feels great for the price, and I'll also mention the quick release spring bars are a nice addition, especially if you want to cycle through different straps on your watch or use this strap on multiple of your watches, dude. The clasp was a little tight or sticky out of the box, but opening and closing it a few times made it feel completely normal, and now it's free moving. The clasp is brushed on the outer visible surfaces, and on the inside it looks like it's left with a tumbled finish with both the Gitalian logo and 304 stainless steel base metal alloy laser etched. I actually appreciate Getalia including details on the specific alloy in one way or another, and I wish more watch and strap manufacturers would be transparent about the specific alloys, heat treatments, and surface treatments they use, because there can be a huge quality difference between different alloys of the same general material family depending on their composition and processing. And honestly, my man, with the strap installed, I think it's night and day how much better this watch looks now. I think the brown leather complements the black dial wonderfully and makes for an extremely versatile pairing that will go with the vast majority of my business casual looks. And the red second hand really pops. Nothing here looks out of place, and I think the strap really lets the watch shine without looking too cheap or too boring. I will say though, setting up the quick release clasp was not particularly easy since it required you to remove a spring bar, to then remove a stamped stainless steel alignment piece, and then you had to reinstall the spring bar into that stamped part while you had the alignment piece pressed into the right notch in the leather strap to fit your wrist circumference and wearing preference. And this really felt like a three-handed operation, but I did get a little better at it after a few tries. I'll still bring this up though as a significant knock on the watch, since in summer and winter months, or even just throughout a day, you won't be able to achieve adjustment, let alone micro adjustment, without this pretty challenging process to move the stamped stainless steel part to a different hole in the strap. I mean, you can see me fumbling around with this thing. It's definitely not the easiest to set up, and it lacks easy adjustment once you do. But if you can look past that, the convenience of the folding clasp and the appearance of the strap really are great for just 18 bucks, Buster. And here it is, adjusted to my liking. Again, this is the Getalia 18mm brown leather watch strap with a folding clasp. I think the appearance is great, but the adjustment is a bit challenging, but let me know what you think in the comments. Also, please subscribe. I'll be doing a subscriber giveaway for 500 and 1,000 subscribers, and it may or may not include some Japanese watches that I'm looking at buying from Sakura Watches. So also be on the lookout for some other unboxing and review videos soon, man. My plantar fasciitis is mostly healed, so I should be posting videos more regularly soon. And thanks for watching, man.